Behind me is the Valley of Flowers, one of the prettiest treks in India. This is a story of a failed trek. Well, let me explain. I read this book about a British mountaineer stumbling upon a valley in India which is prettier than the ones he had seen in Switzerland. And naturally, I wanted to see it. So I called a few of my friends and I laid out a plan, which was fairly simple. Spend 2 nights in a train to reach Rishikesh and then immediately 12 hours on a bus to reach the starting point of the trek, from where we hike 15 kilometers in a span of 2 days to reach the Valley of Flowers. So behind me is the Dune Express. This is the train that we're going to be in for the next 32 hours, which is going to take us to Rishikesh.
My heart.
So the journey has begun. It's around 9:30. My mom packed us some food. We have paneer and roti. I don't know what air conditioner these people are using. It feels like Antarctica over here. Shivering. It's around 11 p.m. at night. We're about to go to sleep. Good night. But there was one problem. We were heading towards the valley around mid-July, the best time according to my research. But mid-July is monsoon, and that in Uttarakhand means landslides. And just a couple of days before our trip,
उत्तराखंड के सोनप्रयाग से डराने वाली तस्वीरें सामने आई हैं।
अगर आप मॉनसून में उत्तराखंड के पहाड़ों पर जाने का प्लान कर रहे हैं तो संभल जाएं।
Town of Haridwar, vehicles were swept away.
गिरते पत्थरों की आवाज और धुएं के गुबार के साथ यहाँ लोगों की चीखें भी सुनाई पड़ी।
एसी ऑपरेटर बोल रहे हैं जी। अरे B1 से हम बोल रहे हैं, एसी बहुत ज्यादा तेज है, थोड़ा कम करो इसको।
the moment we woke up, the train was approaching Varanasi, and it was a sight to behold. The entirety of today is to be spent in our train, in these seats. And none of us have ever been in such a long train journey before. And with our phones having barely any network, all we had were each other. And it was good. But what wasn't good was the fucking half-cooked IRCTC food. They have taken veg biryani. I don't know what the fuck is this. There is an app which allows you to order food from a nearby restaurant of an upcoming station. And the next station was Lucknow, and we wanted to have some Lucknow biryani. This is what we ordered from Behruz. In our train, this is what we got. Raita and a gulab jamun. This is good. Lucknow biryani can go fuck himself. Right, a key biryani, right?
I don't know.
560 rupees for that biryani rubbed me the wrong way. But in a train, you can't really do anything about it other than... Sorry. My mistake. देखते भाई नहीं. At some point, there were more people in our coach than seats. People without tickets in a reserved compartment. We knew we were in
Uttar Pradesh. Welcome to Uttar Pradesh. This is gangsters land. We are the OGs in this game.
This 5-hour nap will conclude our second and the final night in the train. Next morning we'll be in Rishikesh. Finally at Rishikesh. absolute torrential downpour. I mean cats and dogs. But we were in Rishikesh for a very brief moment as we had another 11 hours in the bus. Ignoring all the jerks and turns, we set out on our way to Govind Ghat, the starting point of our trek, which is gonna take us 12 hours because the road conditions were horrible. But the rugged bus journey is something we expected. What we didn't was the weather. It was incredibly hot, just like Kolkata. If staying in a bus for half a day wasn't enough, we had to swap our buses multiple times during pit stops. We have been transferred into a different bus once again. This is the third bus we have changed. This is gonna take us to Govind Ghat. Probably. We're not sure. The weird thing about this journey was, as the day progressed, the roads got worse, but the views got prettier. We could see the consequences of the landslide, and looking down from the window seat wasn't helping it.
মাটিনি তো
হালকা বেড়েছে তোর?
আমার হালকা বেড়েছে।
মা দেখবি
তুই আগে মায়ের দিব্যি খা, তোর হালকা বেড়েছে।
আমার বিশাল বেড়েছে।
আমারও তাহলে বিশাল বেড়েছে।
আমারটা কেটে দেব। We did keep joking around throughout the journey.
বাড়িটাও কি ল্যান্ডস্লাইড হয়ে গেছে?
But it had almost been 2 days we have been in some sort of motion in a locomotive. And towards the end we did get pretty beat. But after 12 hours, we finally made it to Govind Ghat. We are here at Govind Ghat. Never doing this shit again. The worst part is you have to do it again once we are trying to get back. So guys, we finally made it to Govind Ghat. This is the view that finally made it to Govind Ghat. Tomorrow is the trek, but today we are staying in a hotel. But look at the fucking view from the hotel. This is incredible. This is where we are staying for the night. It is 5 in the morning. Today is trek day. We're about to head towards Ghangaria for our first day of trek. We're gonna take a cab to Pulna. From there, I think we'll start our trek towards Ghangaria. Guys, the bloody cinematics of this place is insane. We're here at Pulna, by the way. This is where the trek starts. This place is amazing. So the trek is split into 2 days. On day 1 we cover around 10 kilometers to reach Ghangaria, and on day 2 we trek around 4 kilometers to reach the Valley of Flowers. I guess near about 2 kilometers we have trekked. This is the background of the trek, by the way.
এনার্জি এত ওয়েস্ট করিস না। ভালো লাগছে না? এনার্জি এত ওয়েস্ট করিস না। এই ছাড়লাম তো।
Hey, bhai. We have the river flowing, then the mountainscapes. These people are having fucking parle-ji. So these are the kinds of road you have to walk through along with this beautiful view. And the only issue here is horse shit. Horse shit is everywhere. But this view is worth it. It was worth it. The majestic sceneries followed us throughout our trek, but our staminas did not. I thought the Ghangaria trek won't be that difficult to begin with. But goddamn. People have been saying it's 2 kilometers for the past 5 kilometers. It's not even ending this thing. After numerous optimistic misdirections from the passers-by, we finally made it to Ghangaria, and it was truly mesmerizing. Look at this view. I think that's the entrance to Ghangaria. I'm surprised the middle town of this place. See, look at this shop. Ghangaria's altitude is around 11,000 feet, and it's nothing short of a fully functioning town. At that altitude, this is insane. We ended that day by having our dinner in the Gurudwara. It's around 6 a.m. in the morning. We'll try to trek towards the Valley of Flowers. It's raining outside, hence all this rain gear we've put on. It's gonna be a 3-4 hour trek. That's the entryway for the main trek. The majority of this 4-hour trek is through a beautiful forest and stoneways. This is like peak nature. What a place, man. There's also the waterfall. Look at this. And sometimes we were greeted with some beautiful scenery. We were doing the Valley of Flowers without any agency or any guide. Nobody was there to show us the way. Although it was pretty simple, but at certain places it was getting a little dangerous. Bro, I need to stop vlogging. This is the route that we have to take. I just hope it clears out for like 10 minutes when we reach the valley, so that we can see a little bit of the valley. And after a couple of hours, the water seeped into our rain gear, rendering us completely wet. So that marks the start of the Valley of Flowers. He's wearing a puffer. He wants to take pictures with fucking gym pictures with this shit. Why this sellout? Valley of Flowers, one of the most beautiful landscapes that was advertised, was now hiding behind a veil of clouds. We were upset. The fucking rain just ruined everything. We're not gonna have Parle-G. Rightfully so. We had gone through much trouble to reach this place, to see the valley in its glory, but we were left longing for clarity. Trekking is often made about the summit, savoring the view from the top. Yet when I look back, it's seldom about the top, the view or the summit, but always about the mishaps and moments we create along the way. So if you want to know the time in these places, you need to find a flat surface, use a stick and place it. It's 10:35 as you can see. What a joke. What a joke, crazy.
And one day we will die and our ashes will fly from the aeroplane over the sea. But for now we are young, let us lay in the sun and count every beautiful thing